What's good, everybody? We're gonna get started, but first we're gonna play a little music. Let everybody come in. I did get started a little early, so just sit back and chill. This is the late night. Since everybody like this song, we're gonna play it again.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and niggas trying to take my life away. I put a hole in nigga for fucking with me. My back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Now these pussy niggas putting money on my head. Gon' get your refund, motherfucker, I ain't dead. I'm the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found. I'm the underground king, and I ain't been crowned. When I rhyme, something special happen every time. I'm the greatest, something like Ali in his prime. I walk the block with the bundles. I've been knocked on the humble. Swing a ox when I rumble. Show your ass what my gun do. Got a temper, nigga, go ahead, lose your head. Turn your back on me, get clapping, lose your leg. I'll walk around, gun on my waist, chip on my shoulder, till I bust a clip in your face. Pussy, this beef ain't over. Many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men wish death upon me. Some days wouldn't be special if it wasn't for rain. Joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain. Death gotta be easy, cause life is hard. It'll leave you physically, mentally, and emotionally scarred. This is for my niggas on the block, twisting trees and cigars. For the niggas on lock, doing life behind bars. I don't see, only God can judge me, cause I see things clear. Quick, these crackers will give my black 100 years. I'm like Paulie in Goodfellas, you can call me the Don. Like Malcolm by any means, with my gun in my palm. Slim switch size on me, let niggas ride on me. I thought we was cool, why you want me to die, homie? Many men wish death upon me. Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men wish death upon me. Yeah. Every night I talk to God, but he don't say nothing back. I know he protecting me, but I should stay with my guys. In my nightmare, niggas keep pulling texts on me. Psych said somebody's dumb, put a hex on me. The feds didn't know much, and Pac got shot. I got a kite from the pins that told me, took God knows. I ain't gon' spell it out for you motherfuckers all the time. Are you a literate nigga? You can't read between the lines. In the Bible it said what goes around comes around. Almost shot me, 3 weeks later he got shot down. Now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason, cause he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Many upon me, Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men. Wish death upon me.
All right, we back. What's good? How everybody doing? We got one person in the chat. We got 10 people here. Shout out to the 10 people that's here rocking out. You know what I mean? But we'll treat it like we got 5,500 people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, I may say your name wrong, but Tara, you know, so I may be saying it wrong, but hello, how you doing? You know, we got one person that done dropped down. And, you know, just have some random talk, just talk to y'all. It's more intimate over here. You know what I mean? It's meant to be small. But if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And since y'all are dropping down, make sure you hit that like button. And we'll get into the meditations of Octavius Prime. Okay, we're going to get into that real quick. And let me set up something real quick as well. Make sure I should have made sure that was already done. But so you know, I really like, you know, we had that little whatever that went down yesterday over there in the Latrice Island sector, and he didn't really want much to write home about. Just had some weird chick, you know what I mean? This lawyer with mental illness and shit, you know, speaking out between my legs, worried about if I can have kids. And, you know, we even worried about my ex-girlfriend. Like, damn, how many ex-girlfriends I have? I got a whole bunch of them. But they targeted one in particular, you know what I mean? And we already knew what was the driving force behind that. Some assess fairy queen, loser ass dude or whatever that, you know, just don't understand that motherfucker life has moved on. You know what I mean? I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not stuck in depression. I'm not stuck in even like loving on my ex-girlfriend no more. You know, I'm cool with her. She a content creator. She's like on YouTube and shit. You know what I mean? But because people can't move on with their lives, and I just understand, I just want to teach a lesson to people, you know, that may be listening about depression. You know, since there's been so much talk about mental illness, and I'm not picking at that poor sissy. You know what I mean? Not at all. This live is not dedicated to him. You know what I mean? And I'm just make it very, very clear. I don't give a fuck about him and whatever goddamn delusions or whatever sissies or a bunch of bulldaggers that's over there in the beef sector that support him, witches, warlocks, pedos, weirdos, whatever the fuck they are. You know, fuck them all. Fuck all the supporters without exception. You know what I'm saying? Without exception. If you're a supporter and you feel like, oh, Octavius, I'm an exception. No, you are not an exception. You know what I'm saying? To the rule. All right. So, one thing I do like about getting this new microphone, there's been a like a deeper side of myself I haven't been able to really share as much on YouTube. Well, I've been over here doing it, but I haven't really been going as intimate with just talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like just chilling back where I can relax. You know, I've been sitting up and doing studio lives and stuff like that. So this headset I have is reminiscent of the headset I still have, but the microphone started going bad after like a couple of years, and that's to be expected. So we finally got that replaced. And as a matter of fact, that same headset that I had, I'm going to get that fixed, and I'm going to get a new version of the older microphone as well, so that I could do these lives late night and where I could just sit back, chill, or even if I'm in my bed, I could just talk to y'all and don't have to be on camera. And plus, this small channel, you know, it needs some love. And I used to do the 1,000 calorie challenge. Now, yesterday I actually burnt 1,500 calories, and I walked 10 and a half miles. I walked 10 and a half miles yesterday. You know what I mean? Well, right now we're in a new day. So the day before yesterday, I walked about 10 miles, put a lot of work in. And the thing about it is, for a lot of people that are on here that are stuck in their depression, that are stuck on the past, like life is moving forward. Like I'm not fat no more. You know what I mean? I'm not fat no more. I'm not dealing with the poverty issues and shit like that I used to deal with. You know what I mean? We all have our up and downs. And so, like, hold on, let me make sure I can see the chat from time to time, and I'll be speaking to y'all. But make sure if anybody that came in. We got 29 people. What's going on? What's going on, LGI? What's going on, Wanda Clarity? We got 29 people here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Matter of fact, I could do this right here too. Oh yeah, we got that. All right. So I'm gonna look at the chat from time to time, but I'm more like just chilling and laying back. You know what I mean? Every few minutes I'll look at the chat. So I don't want nobody feeling slighted. Moderators, please speak to the people. You know what I'm saying? Greet them. New people that are coming through. Make sure y'all subscribe. But one of the things I want to just talk about is, I look at the people that I had my former associations with. I was over in the conscious sector. I am the original conscious community. The original. You know what I'm saying? I was in the conscious community before Sinetta. Okay. And I knew people like Oh God, Solomon, Sinetta. These people were on Blog Talk. You know what I'm saying? Nature Boy was on Blog Talk. Ken Nola was on Blog Talk. So we had a whole community from the conscious community. I come from the conscious community. You know what I mean? Like I knew Nature Boy before he was like known by the black sector. You know what I mean? All that kind of shit. And I was around before there was a black sector. That's how long I've been around, in these spaces and stuff like that. Before there was a black sector, before there was a beef sector, I was seen it, found it, you know what I mean? I was there with Young Pharaoh when Young Pharaoh really is one of the real creators of the black sector. You don't get credit for that. But Young Pharaoh was beefing with Tommy Sotomayor and Ashe Divines and Jazzies and all them, they were getting the clout from Young Pharaoh, who had like 1 million subscribers around that time. Tommy was around too, but Young Pharaoh, there's another wing of the black sector that y'all don't know, which is like where people like Ashe Divine come from. You know what I mean? And that's how I actually like, well, I've been here forever. A lot of people don't know it. But I bet I was over there with Uncle Suge. But anyway, let's get to the moral of the story. So I don't want to get lost on history and shit. Let's talk about, depression, anxiety, and things like that. And one of the things that causes people to stay in a state of depression, they're always in the past. So if you notice the ops or the people that want to be the ops or the stalkers or whatever they all are consumed with yesterday. And the fact that I mentioned all these people that from the past that I had associations with, like from Young Pharaoh, like I had a video on my channel. I think I have a YouTube short where I have like Young Pharaoh and Nature Boy. I was the original person. And sometimes, remember back in the day, he used to ask for people to send him the Instagram lives. So I had a capture device where I could get the Instagram lives, and I would send him via email the lives. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. There's a lot of people that I have run into on the internet, and faces and things are always changing. You know, like the black sector died because they just wanted like, oh, if you're not part of this and so da da da, you know, you ain't part of the black sector. You know what I'm saying? You ain't part of like Buddy Lee and Lady La and Candy didn't sign off on you in the last 3 years. In you know, you weren't part of the black sector if you weren't paying them basically. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shot at Lady La. I fucks with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with Buddy Lee. And, you know, Candy, it's like, we have fun telling each other, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But she all right, too. But the thing about it is that people are too consumed with the past, man. And as you see, it ruined the whole sector. Like, it ruined the black sector. You know, it ruined the nostalgia and shit. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when it comes to the streets in general, it was said on The Wire, ain't no nostalgia to this shit. Ain't no back in the day to this shit. It's all about the current, what's going on now. You know? And people always want you to relive your past. It's like, oh yeah, you had this happen to you, whatever. They want you to relive their past. And I don't give a fuck about my stalkers, weirdos, clout chasers in general, you know, but they want to come and throw things in my face and say, this is what happened to you in the past or whatever. Remember how fat you was when you came on camera? Well, bitch, I'm skinny now. Remember how broke you was when you needed X amount of dollars from somebody? Well, bitch, I got money now. You know, things have changed, and that change did not come about me reminiscing on the motherfucking past. It came about me realizing, okay, let's do something about it right now. Let's go walking for like a few miles. Let's put in 1,500 steps, or let's put in 12,000 steps, you know, which is more reasonable a day. And let me eat a lot better. Let me change up on how I eat. Let me make sure I don't eat junk food, shit like that. Today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, or how good I used to look. It doesn't fucking matter how good I used to look when I was in my 30s. I was a very good looking man. In my 30s and my 20s, I looked so fucking good, and I swear to you, I know what it's like to be. The reason why I can attract very beautiful women, I know what it's like to be highly sought after. I used to work at Pepsi, and they used to have us like work when I first started. I had a degree from college, but I had to start on the floor like any other normal worker. Feel me? Needed a job. So I worked on the floor for like a year and 8 months before they gave me like a middle management position and shit. And shit, I was sculpted, like muscles everywhere. Y'all seen some of the pictures I had back in the past that I had posted. And I have a lot of them, but I don't give a fuck about what I was doing at 27, 28, 29, 30, none of that shit. You know what I mean? But I do remind people of like that are younger than me, like I will tell them like my 30, my 35, my 27, my 29 was way more spectacular than yours. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I would use it for. But does it really give me any credit to what's going on now? If I meet a woman right now, does she give a fuck about how good I look at 20 some odd years old? And I remember sometimes I would wear jackets. I would have to like cover up when I was around going places because I would just have women in general just crowding me and trying to fucking talk to me all the fucking time. I would go to like, okay, for example, I would go to like a restaurant or go to the gas station. I'm just trying to go in there to buy gas, or I'm just trying to get a burger out of the, you know, say Wendy's or some shit. And the fucking cashier will be trying to get my number and shit, and then like trying to have a long conversation, and I don't have time. And I'm trying my best to be nice to people. And then when you don't give them the time, they become completely fucking angry. You know what I'm saying? So I know I understand what it's like. I understand the psychology of a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? That's why I can't get with basic bitches. You know what I mean? And I'm just keeping it real. You know, that's the only thing that helps me now is that. But at the same time, if I want to be in the same state as I was when I was younger, I got to put it in the same kind of work. That's all the past matters. What I was doing when I was younger, I was working out. I had a hyper intensive job that required physical labor, and I worked out in general. I ran, you know what I mean? I played basketball with friends, shit like that, went to the gym all the time. And what I remember was I was highly active in order to have that type of body. That is the only value of the past, remembering what worked. You feel me? And also remembering what failed. You know what I'm saying? How relationships failed, how how you lost money, things like that. But constantly living in the past causes depression. You know, it causes depression. If you are an older person and you remember how good you looked, and you right now you look at your current state and you're like, damn, I'm fat as hell, I'm broke as hell, and I had it going on a decade ago or 2 decades ago. You know what I mean? And if you constantly live in that state of how great you was yesterday, it will consume you and make you feel like your now is just dead. And that there are people that constantly just want to sleep all day, close their eyes and imagine how great it was back in 2005 or 2007, 2010, but not realizing the blessing of breath in your body right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, even like Roz with her almost terminal condition, you know what I'm saying? Or a terminal condition, from what it looked like from that, or what we can see. She doesn't have kidneys, her kidneys are bad and she's in a real messed up state. The thing about it, if she get caught up on how great it was before all this shit, you know what I mean? It could cause bitterness. It could cause like hate. It could cause that venom that what we see online, you know what I mean? That darkness and shit. You know what I'm saying? It could cause that darkness. And people like that want that darkness and that black energy, their dark energy to spread. They want to infect terror onto others. They want others to feel the depression and sadness and anxiety that they feel all the time. For example, I got the person that follow around or whatever. And I understand they get off on just like me mentioning them, even in like a third person or without even their name being mentioned. They get off. They're listening right now. And that's sad. And part of the reason why they're listening is that they think about the past, then they start to remix the past in their mind. They think about it so much that they actually remix things that happen that never happened even in the past, because they're so stuck in a reality that does not exist. Scientists have said they can create time machines to move forward in the future, but there is really no mathematical problem of even in mathematical theory, there is no possible way, unless they find what they call anti-energy or antimatter and shit like that, or certain matter that does not exist or compute. You know what I mean? Basically, matter that exists in what we call the undefined realm of math and space. What that means is that when you take your calculator, you try to divide 0 by 1 or any number, it's going to come up undefined. So they would have to find an undefined form of matter, meaning that a matter that does not exist in this reality at all, in order to drive time backwards. Okay? And I mean, I could go get even more philosophical, but fuck it, we here. So time itself is tied. Time, if you don't know, is tied to the speed of light. All right? Time and the speed of light are tied together. So, for example, if you were able to find a warp to move forward, now they found that in the future they will probably be able to travel faster than the speed of light, it's a possibility. But time and the speed of light are tied together. So if you were able to travel faster than the speed of light, and it take 100 million light years to get to that destination, even if you took what they would call a warp drive, you know what I mean, basically bending time and space to get to that point that's 100 million light years away, you know what would happen on Earth? 100 million years would have passed, even if you got there to your destination within a blink of an eye. So that's how powerful time is. It's tied to the speed of light, and photons and light are pretty much infinite. So it's basically trying to turn back infinity to go back in a space that does not exist, which will cause severe mental illness. You know what I mean? I know I'm going very deep. So like, it's the reason why I'm doing the live the way I'm doing it. You know what I mean? But it's basically, you have to turn back the hands of time. So you have to push back every light photon. Every photon has to reverse. Every orbit of every star would have to reverse in order for you to go back in time, which is basically impossible. Now, where anxiety comes from is thinking too farther into the future, thinking about things that do not exist in the reality that you're in. Like right now, the present is all we have. You know what I mean? Like even Jesus in the Bible said, "Think not for tomorrow." You know what I'm saying? You know, let the day's evil be enough. Okay, let today's evil be enough, meaning that let the problems that you have today in the now be enough. Let what you going through traffic to go to work, let you taking care of your kids, let you you know, getting up, just bathing, washing up, you know what I'm saying, washing your clothes, you know what I mean, getting gas for your car, you know what I mean, paying your taxes that need to be paid today, paying your property taxes, whatever the problems that you have. And the thing is, for people that live in the now are often highly, highly successful. People that live in the now, if they have weight issues or financial issues, they tend to find a way to get out of those problems that they can handle on their own, which are manageable on their own, by living in the now and understanding, like even what Jesus said, let today's evils be enough. Meaning, like, okay, let's get rid of the procrastination. If we put it at some time in the future to do what we can do today, then we're procrastinating. Then we are like putting a load on ourselves in the future that we don't have to put on. That if we take care of our issues that we have right now, that we have the power to take care of, our mental health will be a lot better. Our mental health, if you take care of yourself, okay, I pay my taxes, pay my rent, pay my car note, you know what I mean? You don't have the anxiety or worried about, damn, let me skip out on that car note. And then what happens is, hey, you got them red lights on the side of your house, front of your house, or whatever, and your vehicle is being taken to some lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of pressure on you. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure on you when you feel like, okay, I can put this off. So all this stuff that we do, that where we don't live in the present, when we don't live in the present, we are putting ourselves in places where we are going to suffer forms of mental illness and anguish. And that brings me to the point of talking about the people that follow. Like, I'm gonna be very honest about everybody. Like, we got the marginates, we got the weirdos that y'all know from even the past, and these people want to attach myself to my present when they have no space in my present. I've been part of. I've been with people. I was on the phone with somebody. I was telling, like, you know, I've been with people on this internet. You know what I mean? And I had people, like, I had groups of people, turn their back on me, all kinds of shit. And then like and the thing about it, I was loyal the whole time. I was loyal. You know what I mean? Every time. These people decide to do what they want to do to me because, hey, maybe I had my own will. Maybe I was getting too big for my britches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like years ago. You know what I mean? It even like the street sector in general. There's so many things, so many stories I could tell you about like betrayal and people like basically doing like just turning on me. I'm gonna speak for myself, turning on me for no reason. You know what I mean? For no reason. Like damn, I thought we were cool. But even with that, like living in the now, the thing about it is the living in the now philosophy. And it's just like working at a job when the big boss, the manager comes around and asks somebody to go to the office. Next thing they go into HR, and next thing they come in, they got to clear out their locker, and they're being walked out by the security guard and one of the top managers that's there at night. You know what I mean? Night or day, they got to get walked out. And the thing is, you know what happens? And me being a manager for so long, and me being in management most of my career, the one thing that I used to tell my workers, we got to keep the operation moving. Even if shocking shit happen, even if someone get fired, we got to keep the operation moving. Okay? Got to keep the operation moving. And that is a very good philosophy on life, is that even when tragedy comes, we could get stuck on grief. We get stuck on the loss of loved ones. And I've lost a lot of loved ones, especially to the streets, friends and family. You know what I mean? And thank God nobody from my immediate family, but friends and close family that I was very tight with, very close with. And the thing about it is life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Even Tupac got that song, how many brothers fell victim to the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to keep that philosophy, is that the now. We see the mental cases on here. We see the people that are stuck on stupid. We see the people that are stalkers. We see the people that are obsessed. We see the people that are liars and crashing out. We see the people that are trying to pass out pain to individuals. And the thing about it, I see it all too well, almost to a fault. What's going on here for? I ain't see everybody. I just looked up. Almost to a fault. How you doing? 74, Maryland, Washington, Annie Love. LGI spoke to you. Sean DeVee, D. Coleman, and that's what I can see right now. But yeah, for the past decade, I've grown to notice just how many people are in this world just don't live in reality. So lost, ignorant, and mental. It's actually disturbing. Yes, and that's what we are seeing. We're seeing the crash outs like Marjane, and we're seeing how low and her mom is going and things like that. And because of the fact that they see somebody like 74 doing so well on here, they are trying to pass out pain. They're trying to pass out poverty. They're trying to take her page. They're trying to take her page. When 74 is, what I mean? I ain't just like saying it, but 74 is like there is nobody. I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a fuck. There is nobody in the B sector that is a great of a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody. I mean, from years, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that can really. She's one of the best I've ever seen do it. You know what I mean? I ain't downing nobody, but she's one of the best I've ever seen do it. It's because a person has a magnetic personality and people like them. You're not just going to turn that off. They try to do that in the Mo3 sector. You know what they did? Those people packed their bags. They went to Twitch. And they over there with the same people that was over there on YouTube. And you know what happened to the sector that still here on YouTube? The people that still got the channels, they do okay, but because they're that element, the people that were like the pop stars or the rock stars, they're not really on YouTube anymore. Well, YouTube is kind of vacant. It's vacant now, you know, when it comes to the sector on YouTube. And so whoever they drove off, it only was a detriment to the sector that they had in general already. You know what I'm saying? When they drove off YouTube. The people loved those people so much, they followed them to a whole nother platform. So ain't no shutting down that. You know what I mean? Ain't no shutting down people. When people find a love for their favorite content creator, you're not just going to turn that off and just make it seem like, oh, this is just yeah, we finally got it where we can, yeah, this is going to be the final blow. And then the people are going to just be like, they're going to have to come to us. This is not like the kingdoms of France or England or like the War of the Roses where kings and princes are trying to like take each other out and kill each other over territory. And, you know, because they got the royal right, they can rule the whole land type shit. These ain't those days. You know, this is the internet. Okay. This is the internet. And people are going to like who they're going to like. You cannot mute a person on here. You know, really can't mute a person on here. All right. So, but what I'm tending to see, there is a common ground with these people that are just suffering their mental illness. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if someone is my ex-girlfriend, why are they trying to do exposés on my ex-girlfriend? How does that compute with me when I have clearly moved on and living in a present where me and her are no longer connected like that? You know? And why did she become a target in the storylines or whatever? I guess about counterclaims and copyrights. That has nothing to do with her. The controversy was all about misappropriated funds and her basically grifting the people that follow her, using my name and 74's name to get that money that she got out of people. Now, since we're talking about it a little bit, what I do notice when I go over there and look at the views are going down, they're shrinking, they're losing their credibility. You know, they're linking up with miscreants. You know what I'm saying? People that and what that lady in the wheelchair that's always angry at me, what she don't know, that Ross drugged the fuck out you last year. Had your name in the title, drugged the fuck out you, called y'all kind of bad mamas and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And I know you're stalking and listening, but I'm just informing you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be over here because I don't listen to you. But I'm just gonna let you know, if you are listening, Roz, you know what I'm saying, drug the shit out of you for being a horrible motherfucking mama. But that's neither here nor there. We don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you should forgive and move on. But see, that's the thing. One thing about these people, they don't have the ability just to not even forgive, but move the fuck on. You know what I mean? Move on. And then, like, the thing about it is, like, one of the things about it is, like, a lot of people that have so much animosity for me, right? They be in my clouds. They be watching. You know, they can't stand my guts. But like, half of my people that watch me are, like, people that don't like me at all. And that is like, why are you watching somebody that causes your anxiety to go up? And these people have blood pressure issues, diabetes, all kind of like chronic diseases, arthritis, all kinds of shit going on with their body. Whereas Octavius ain't got none of those issues. And I ain't downing nobody. But the thing about it is, weirdos don't steal my peace, especially on the internet. They don't. They don't steal my peace. What I do understand, what I mean, like the Bible said, what I'm saying, you know, be patient with the simple minded, you know? Matter of fact, let me ask Google. Hey, Google, tell me about what is the scripture where Jesus tells us to be patient, or Paul tells us to be patient with the simple minded?
On the website learn.wikimedia.org, they say, Jesus calls us to deny ourselves, love our enemies, and pray for those who persecute us.
That's not what I'm talking about. Hey, Google, stop. I think we'll say, yeah, it said Paul tells us to be patient and consider those who are worthy of honor and not all that stuff. It's not what I was looking for. But it basically said we have to be patient with the simple minded. And then we are finding out people are simple minded. Their minds are broken. They don't know how to forgive. They don't know how to move on. And we have to just understand, like, I look at these people like, okay, wow, you know what I'm saying? Mental illness. And, I should not eternalize nothing they're doing because this person's obviously mentally ill. Nothing they're doing is funny. You know what I mean? The whole world is laughing at them, and it's like when you walk past a bum outside and they smell like urine and shit and piss. There's urine, shit, piss, vomit, whatever. You know what I mean? They smell horrible. They haven't taken baths in days. But, a lot of those people that be homeless, they be on drugs. They done smoke crack. And that crack make them feel like crack or meth or whatever drugs that they may be on, Molly or whatever they popping, Tramadol or whatever they doing. They are like in the whole nother zone where they feel like they have won the Super Bowl and they're the heavyweight champion of the world. They're like Bill Gates with billions and billions and billions of dollars and shit. But meanwhile, we're looking at them and walking past them, trying to walk into the 7-Eleven, and they're smelling like piss. They're smelling like shit. And you like, how can somebody live outside like that? They're on mentally ill and they're on drugs. And then we ask ourselves, how can people congregate around certain people that say and do certain things on here? And it's because they're mentally ill. They're nut jobs. All of the motherfuckers are crazy. So we should not take it to heart. You know what I mean? We're just being patient with them. We have to understand, I'm not taking it to heart, but you are a human being. You are trying to invade on my privacy. You're trying to harm me. And if you come my way, you know what I mean? Yeah, most times people that are trying to break in your house, stalk you, do weird shit, they're most cases, the government, the school system have recognized that this person is severely mentally ill, tried to give them psychotropic drugs, depression drugs, anxiety drugs, or whatever it is, and then gave them SSI checks or whatever to even keep them out of the workforce, so that way we are not being, we the same people are not being, we got somebody in there going postal, or undiagnosed, hyper depressed schizophrenic man or woman that wants to just do some acts of terrorism to normal people because they're antisocial. They are antisocial disorders. And we see that online, that these people have antisocial disorders. We see that Marjane has antisocial disorders. We see that. You know what I mean? We see that she is a natural troll. You can see that she's a person that is a disruptor. You feel me? And if you ever ran any kind of like operation as a manager, one thing you don't like is a disruptor. As a manager or as a supervisor, you want to get rid of the motherfucker that's a disruptor. You want to get rid of the person, not the person that's talking back or just got hot-headed or whatever, but they're doing their job. No, you want to get rid of the motherfucker that is like holding up work, that is like, causing chaos, then want to treat the job like some kind of gossip, rumor mill type shit, causing all kind of chaos, or even trying to get the workers to fight each other, shit like that. You want to get that cancer out of your group, right? But see, on YouTube, the government, the school system, the doctors, they have done a great job diagnosing the right people. And what we see is that they have diagnosed the right people. But when we come on social media, these people, it's filled with people that are diagnosed. It's filled with people that are on housing. They can say, "Oh, you live with your mama." I mean, but that shows that I'm not on SSI. I'm not on Section 8 because I don't qualify if I live with my mom. So I tend to understand that a lot of people that are living in group settings or whatever, or however you want to put it, but they fail to tell you that the house that the supposed house is an apartment building that my mom owns. My mom owns the apartment building. It's not a house. You know what I mean? But that, it's like, okay, I explained that years ago, but like niggas gonna stay stuck on stupid. You know what I mean? And then I have to realize that because this place is congregated with people that don't have shit to do all fucking day, and most of these motherfuckers receiving checks with their damn self, they're gonna cleave to all the dark shit, dusty shit that they ever gonna hear. If these people don't like you, they don't fucking like you. Period. You know what I mean? And then we see people like Roz that are, and trust me, and I was told by somebody when I first started doing videos, in these arenas, that had a platform for years, and they told me there's a lot of people on this app that are like Roz. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't shading them. Some of those people are getting themselves right with the Lord. They're believing in God. They're saying, okay, I'm praying, I'm hoping and praying I get some kidneys, a liver, heart, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking at you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I'm not picking at the mentally ill at all either. You know what I'm saying? But there are good people that have, sometimes they're like, their mental illness is that they're overly good. That they're overly giving. And these people can be easily preyed upon. So I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that which are in the majority, that want to cause pain and suffering and anguish that they feel like they deal with every day. And what I had to explain to a whole sector is that I'm not responsible for another man's or woman's mental illness crises. I'm not beefing with a person that is around here suffering mental illness crisis. I'm not beefing with somebody that is dealing with issues where their mama even said that this person has mental illness. I'm not beefing with that person, and I haven't been beefing with that person. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not getting upset with that person because I understand that person is type of crazy. I'm getting upset with the people that are saying, that are assuming that they're going to finagle me to take care of, they're going to finagle me to, entertain a person that a lot of them are afraid of and scared of whatever reason. And one of the things, and I must just say this, I don't give a fuck if a person feels with that, because I know you listen anyway. But the thing about it, he's mentally ill, or this person is mentally ill because there is a space in his home sector where all the homosexuals are, that's where he is originally from, and he's a certified member, not a you got to be gay, and we know that he's gay. So there's a home sector where all he has to do is do reviews on content that's in that sector, and instead of him doing it himself, he gets a white boy that he links up with to basically validate him, and the white boy is just using him to validate him in a sector that he don't belong in. When all that money and all that commerce could be going to him. So this is what I'm saying. Like people don't even, that mentally ill man doesn't even see how he's getting played. You know, like that's his birthright. You know, as a gay man and being part of that sector, he could just be flourishing and making money. But yet, his mind is stuck on stalking and following people around the internet that don't want nothing to do with him. You know, so. And that's all honesty. I ain't even really shading the nigga. I'm just telling the nigga really how it is. Just you're really getting played by people that know that they don't have no portion in the sector that you're from. And while you're busy chasing behind people making no money and getting cases and charges put on your ass on a daily. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's like somebody constantly stuck on stupids. They're stuck on, oh, let me find, one day I'm going to get my revenge on this person. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my revenge. I'm going to get this person back and everything like that. You know, and, you know, like some people in my family, you know what I mean? You know, like not in my immediate family, but it's a lot of people that I'm related to that have dealt with hypertension, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. You know what I mean? But one thing I've learned, I don't have high blood pressure. I never had high blood pressure even when I was 100 pounds heavier. I never did. And one of the reasons why is that I don't allow, my natural state is happiness. When I'm alone, I'm actually very happy. Like when I be by myself, I'm happy. I'll laugh for no reason. I'll just think of a fun memory in my past and I'll smile, I'll laugh. You know what I mean? I'm not stuck in a state of darkness and mental anguish. And that's what these people want on here. They want, when these people are suffering like Majane and reaching out and lashing out, they're trying to impart their darkness, their despair on people that are happy, that are flourishing, people that have a flourishing YouTube channel and a flourishing presence on YouTube that have influence. They're trying to take that away from that person. They want people like 74 and, you know, Try Me Now and Justice Reacts. And, you know, just since we have a lot of y'all here, you know what I mean? They want people like, even with Lemon, it's like they came out with something, oh, like your daddy has sex charges on him and he's in jail because he has sex charges. And truthfully, what the fuck does that have to do with Lemon? It has nothing to do with Lemon. Even if it is true, that person, whoever went and dug it up, is extremely pressed and extremely full of anger and extremely jealous to the point they took all that time to dig up and find out, okay, who this man relative is. And they're like, even the Bible says, shall the fathers drink wine and the children's teeth be set on edge? Not so. And that's what the Bible said. Not so. The children's teeth shall not be set on edge. And even God told the prophet, I think maybe it was Jeremiah, but it was like, God told the prophet, said that this is a saying they have in Israel. Their children, our fathers have drunken wine, and now the children's teeth are set on edge, meaning that the children have to be responsible for the sins of the fathers. And the Bible says, not so. The Bible says God responded to, he said, God was talking to Jeremiah, I think it was, and he said, let them know this is not so, that the children's teeth shall not be set on edge, and basically for the sins of their fathers. So we understand that that's because of the motivations of the people that are doing these type of things, that are digging up things, that are trying to like dox and do all that kind of shit, that are trying to destroy the talent that's here on the internet because they're jealous and they're untalented. They just got a tad bit of talent, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of their supporters, what y'all don't realize is A lot of supporters that are stuck sending money all the time, they're blackmailed. Okay. In the black sector, I had a story where like it's a guy named ZX over there. A woman literally told me that the dude had recorded her on the phone, revealing personal information, and then the motherfucker tried to blackmail her. You know what I'm saying? It says blackmail her, send me money once a week. You know what I'm saying? Send me some money once a week. If not, I'm gonna put your shit out there. This was what the woman told me. The woman even told me that she called the feds on this nigga behind that shit. You feel me? That's how fucking dark shit can get on here. And that's like when you got people that don't have no talent, they really don't got shit to say. They don't have a heart. Their heart is black as fuck. You don't have to be an intelligent motherfucker. You could just have a good heart. And people just want to feel that vibration of love. And that's what it is. They're not humans. They're demons. They're stuck in the past. They're stuck too far in the future. They're paranoid. They're thinking that if they get you out of the way, money is going to start flowing. The clout is going to be theirs or nothing like that. No, the truth is, I am the wellspring from which my haters flow. You know what I'm saying? I am the reason y'all get up. I'm the reason why the first thing they do is go and check if Octavius did a video on all his pages. You know what I'm saying? First thing they do when they wake up in the morning. Ain't putting no soap to ass, ain't brushing no teeth. You know, they gotta check their phone notifications. You know what I'm saying? They got notifications, probably got 2 devices and shit, trying to see what I do, you know what I'm saying, in order so they can have something to talk about, hate on, have that hate sessions on, shit like that. And the thing is, it's just like with 74, it's just like in the Latrice Allen sector, and I'm seeing it. You know, I looked over at Marjane shit today. You know what I mean? I ain't even listen. I didn't sit there to listen. And I really don't be in that lady crowds. I have another way of like finding out what people say that takes me like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? To figure out what was said in the live, even if it's 3 or 4 hours long. But I don't sit there and like, go through everything and just listen to some psychopath or some weird motherfucker just trying to ramble and shit. You know what I'm saying? And be affected by whatever legion demon that's on their mind. You know, that's within their soul. I don't do all that shit. You know what I mean? I don't be in niggas' clouds. Somebody says, somebody said that something happened. They put this was something with you yesterday, Octavius. I was not present. Somebody said something about you yesterday. I was not present. Yeah, what I was doing. I was busy working the fuck out. I was busy outside just doing a little shopping. You know what I mean? I didn't have time, and I was busy doing things in my real life to getting at some money. I was not concerned about what my hater has to say. What I was concerned about is going through my chat, going through my comments, and getting positive reinforcement from those who love me. And like I say, a lot of things about art is all about perspective on here. I don't have these psychosis attacks and anxiety attacks and this depression and shit. When I can look at the people, if I got 5 people, I used to come over here and I used to come over here on this channel and just ramble, and I have like 15 people. You know what I'm saying? And I love every 15, and I speak to them just like I'm speaking like on my main channel, right? So the thing about it is, I go to my comments and I look at my comments and all this positive love and reinforcement. And a lot of people, I'm just learning who they are, getting familiar with some of the people and the faces, and even the content creators over here, and over in the Latrice Allen sector, and we even got the mommy sector people that linked up with me as well. I haven't really went over there to spend any time over there, really get to know them as well. But the doors are open for me to just come over there and say what's up to them. You know what I mean? But they've been watching me already, so they're in the comments as well. So it's so much positive, positive energy based on, my content
we just talking about YouTube alone, something that y'all can relate to. But it's like you have a loving wife, and then it's like having a bitch outside that hates your guts, and you're pursuing the woman that hates you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no damn sense. You know, you got a beautiful, loving wife. Your wife is beautiful, loving, and you know what I'm saying? She's safe. You don't have to use no condom. You can have natural sex with her. You know what I'm saying? It's safe. You ain't gotta worry about no HIV. You gotta worry about nothing. You gotta worry about a kid that you can love on that come from that woman, you know, at the most. Right? So, you know, we mind the business that pays us, we mind the business that love us, you know what I'm saying? We mind the business that we want to love on. I don't have time to give my time to hurt people that don't mean me well. And as far as like people that be in the chat, it's like, okay, the chat of haters is thick. They're thick. But then the thing is, I know what I stand for, and I know what people that are stalking me or harassing me stands for, and I'm confident in that. You know what I mean? I'm confident in what I have put out here. Not what others have said about me. What I have put out here, I'm confident in everything that I have said and done on here. You know what I mean? I'm confident. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you're going to like hear, oh, Octavius said blah, 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 blah. And if I did say it, it's my words that I said, and the only one can interpret the meaning behind what I ever said on here is Octavius Prime. That's it. If I say this is what I meant based off what I said, who can override what I said? Who could override the meaning behind the author or the orator? You know what I'm saying? That who can override what I meant? You know what I'm saying? When I said what I said, right? Especially in full context. So I know what I stand for. I know what these people that are demon possessed, these people that are mentally ill stand for. You know what I mean? Like we seen that lady go over there and side with a man and say he wanted to F a 3-year-old, do sexual acts on a 3-year-old boy. Okay. And even if the beef sector wants to side with that individual, fuck the entire beef sector with no exceptions, of everyone that supports him with no exception. You get what I'm saying? And then that's one of the most amazing things. I'm gonna tell you, this is the most amazing thing about me on here, right? I have friends on here, right? I have friends on here. I have people. My friends have my phone number. They can call, right? You know, I have my phone number. They have ways of reaching me, right? But by no means there is no master on here. By no means there's no nigga that you can tell on Octavius. You know what I'm saying? At all. There's no leader of a sector that I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying. But that's like, there is no like, I'm going to go and tell on this platform. You know what I mean? And they're going to like hear my plight and I'll lie on Octavius and maybe somebody will just say he's a bad man. And maybe somebody might get mad enough to go live on my behalf. And if they do, I won't give a fuck. You know, you get what I'm saying? And like, I talk to content creators all the time behind the scenes. And a lot of people look up to me throughout the years. And I would just say that I tell them this, like, when like people are like kind of overwhelmed with YouTube or whatever, I'll just tell them like, listen, you know, have you went through your comments and liked all the comments of the people that support you, the people that love you? There are people that given their hard-earned cash to you, that they work for, that they toil for, and you're worried about one or two mental illness patient motherfuckers and what they got to say. And this goes for all content creators that have a good heart. But if you have a black ass heart, if you're an evil motherfucker, if you're a motherfucker co-signing pedo weirdo shit, stalking ass shit, weird shit, or whatever, liars, complete liars, scammers, whatever. If that's it within your heart, you can't look at it like that. Because why? You're looking at your supporters as fools. As we seen Majane do that whole thing where she's looking at her people like goddamn fools. You know what I'm saying? Because she played them for about almost $2,000 or above. Who knows? But she put out this, this was a perfect time to pretend I'm going to get a copyright claim and whatever. And then I got these goofies to pay for my iPhone. Right? So that's the reason why you see all that schizo shit, you know what I'm saying? All that black evil shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking about people's sperm counts and shit and all that kind of shit. It's because there is no love. There's no genuine love for her supporters. They're just a tool for her to use, her piggy bank that she can lie, just give an excuse to lie to do whatever the fuck she want to do with their money, which she feels is that hers in the first place. A manipulator, no love. That's why you see that schizo all over the internet, lying, saying whatever. I figured she was gonna go live and say some shit. I didn't pay attention. I didn't go to listen to shit she had to say today. You know what I mean? From the titles, I was like, okay, she finna basically still want to say some shit about Kiki. But that's my ex. What the fuck they got to do with the money? What the fuck they had to do with you making up slanderous lies on me and 74, you know what I'm saying? So that you can manipulate your crowd over there to get that fucking money. And that was all. I mean, that's it. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with Kiki and her past and with what she did or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even worth like going back and forth. For one, I don't give a fuck about no past with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if the only person that should be trying to ask about her past is the man that man is pursuing her that wants to date her. I mean, maybe Majane wanted, or maybe she want to switch over to the other side and eat some cat. You know what I'm saying? And maybe she's seeing Kiki and Kiki look cute. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hoping and wishing upon a star that she on some bisexual weirdo shit. As like, you know, whatever. I don't know. But if you want to go live and say how motherfuckers not dating material, and that's a whole nother woman that really ain't had nothing to do with other than they was associated with me and we dated once upon a time. Okay? We dated once upon a time. I have a few ex-girlfriends on YouTube that y'all don't know about. One of them has a big ass YouTube channel, like million subscribers and shit. You know what I mean? I mean, if I go there and start sharing her out, I'll just say, well, y'all see me share her out. Oh, you niggas go run over there and try to get up on her inbox. Like, oh my God. I mean, do you know what Octavius was doing? Oh my God. What school did she go to? What did she do in the past? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Like, when y'all be doing that shit, I don't give no fucks about you niggas. I don't care. Like, the niggas that y'all tell the shit that y'all tell, I guess when y'all go and do y'all live streams and shit, I wrote them hoes off a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I wrote them bitches off a long time ago. You know what I mean? They're been like, I love the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible be saying some real, especially the King James version. And if you can't read that well, just listen to the Bible. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a verse that said, they shall be cast into outer darkness and they shall never see light. You know what I'm saying? And when I block a nigga from my channel, that's what I love to say. They shall be cast into outer darkness. Okay? And they should never see light. When I have a troll come through talking shit, that troll is gonna be blocked. That troll is gonna be blocked for eternity. Okay? For eternity. You know what I mean? When this earth go into the black hole, we finally get swallowed up by the black hole eventually, that's in the middle of the galaxy or whatever we are in the Milky Way, you will be blocked, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't visit that block list unless maybe I got a road moderator or some shit. Outside of that, I don't give no fuck. you're blocked. You know? Period. You shall be cast into outer darkness, and you shall never see light. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's just like, hey, man, and listen. I mean, and those people, see, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Those people came over here with some bullshit. A lot of the haters. I have almost 700 people, 700 to maybe 1,000 people blocked throughout the years. Those people that be like in certain haters chat, shit like that, weirdos chat. Those people are all blocked without exception. If I do go to the haters chat and I'm like, okay, let me see what the haters said, whatever, somebody says some shit going down. I can't see nobody on my main page. All the motherfuckers are blocked. All of them. And I'm not finna unblock your ass. You're just stuck. If it was an unauthorized block, I remember my moderator was feeling themselves, whatever it did, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, oh, let me look at what okay, yeah, or with some personal beef between moderators or some shit like that, whatever, we can, yeah, I'll let you come back eventually or something like that. But outside of that, if I will you to be blocked, nigga, you're blocked forever. And that's because I move on with my life. I live in the present. My haters live in the past. My haters live too far in the future, hoping that if Octavius is out of the way, they could become Octavius Prime. No, nigga. Like even in the Transformers, Megatron was hating on Optimus Prime because he had this thing in his crystal or whatever. They're supposed to be like the founding of Voltron. Well, I don't know, but it's like whatever it was, whatever the planet they were from. Optimus Prime had the most powerful thing within him that made him a Prime. You know what I'm saying? Megatron wasn't a Prime. It was only one Prime in the whole series. Okay? And nigga, you're not gonna take Octavius Prime out and you ain't gonna become the Prime. You're not. You'll never be me. You'll never have the limelight. You'll never be loved. You'll never be respected. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even in my humiliation, even with you niggas saying I'm fat as hell, I'm ugly as fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm dusty, I'm this, that, the third. I live with my mama on the floor. I ain't even got a bed. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no electricity. I'm still on electricity and water for my neighbors and shit. All of that shit. You could say whatever, but on this application, you know what I'm saying? You would never be in my position. You would never have the respect. You would never have the creativity. You know what I mean? You never have that. With all of my shortcomings, with everything that's been said about me, all that shit, you'll never be me, especially chasing behind me. That goes for anybody. This is not an open letter to one weird ass nigga, because I know multiple motherfuckers listen. Like multiple weird, crazy ass niggas there. He's talking to me. He's talking to me. No, I'm talking. I'm doing a live stream. This is YouTube. This is not real life. Calm down. This is not real life. This is just me chilling, doing entertainment. I just say, since we talking about all this mental illness, and I'm seeing Marjane have a mental ill breakdown, mental illness and shit, you know what I'm saying? Going schizo, angry, talking about people's sperm counts and talking about people wanting to bend her over and put me all inside her coochie and shit, you know what I'm saying? And when I never even said no fucking shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And I said, this bitch is just crazy. And I said, like, you know what? Every time I have an interaction with that lady, I see why y'all be on her ass. I see it. I'm like, okay, I see what it is. This motherfucker's a nut job. The motherfucker was over there threatening me with a lawsuit while talking about I ain't got no kids. I'm sterile, making a whole statement of fact while at the same time using my name, Octavius. Okay? Using my name in the fucking, like straight up motherfucking liable slander shit. You feel me? Speaking all between my legs and shit. speaking about my butt and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And sexual acts and everything. And I'm like, I never even said that this motherfucker is delusional. Okay, so when I figured that out, like, okay, this is a mental health crisis. This lady must have some kind of like issues where she lost that 200K and shit like that, and then she just fucking lost it. Like she's out of here. You feel me? She just fucked up in the head. And my thing is, listen, your mental illness has nothing to do with my health, my mental health. Okay, and I'm not connected to every crazy person here online. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to King Timothy. I'm here for it. So let me go and give you a moderator stick. Cause like I only have let me see. I have to switch accounts. But I only have like maybe like a few moderators on this channel. We switched my account. Go to this account. I'm gonna give out some sticks. So I'm gonna give all right. Give out some moderator sticks. You get a moderator stick. You get a moderator stick. All right. All right. So we gave out some blue dresses today. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. So yeah, this is a late night live. We just chilling. You know what I mean? This ain't high impact. You know what I mean? We ain't doing no serious drag, and I just want to come over here and get y'all that. We doing a higher perspective type of live over here. It's a different vibration over here. You know, but you know, we just telling the facts. But what I'd like to do is like what I like to do over on this page. I'm gonna be honest, right? I usually would get more cash apps when I used to do lives over here like a year ago with just like these type of topics on these type of topics because it relates to people. People are going through these type of things. You know what I mean? And then I don't care, and I just want to say this: I don't care if you got a person in your home that's dealing with mental health crisis. You have to understand that your mental health is your mental health alone, and you're not responsible, especially for strangers on the internet. You're not responsible for their breakdowns. You're not responsible for their manic behavior. You know, and that's the whole thing that I was telling people over in the beef section. I'm like, listen, you got what's going on? You got this beef going on. I'm like, listen, I don't have no beef going on with nobody over here, or nobody that's affiliated over here, and you're not gonna pawn off any mental health patient off of me and saying that I'm equal to this nigga or this broad, whoever it is. That to say that I'm beefing with someone, that means that there's some kind of competition that like it's Mike Tyson's versus Holyfield. No, these are weirdo ass niggas. Okay, don't put me in a position as if I'm versing a fucking nigga that is depressed and dealing with motherfucking anxiety because he's fat as fuck. You know what I'm saying? His back is broken and he shit all day and he on drugs and he have to masturbate with handicapped women online as his sex life. That is not. I don't relate to that. At my fattest, I still had a cute ass girlfriend. What the fuck? At my brokest I ever been in my motherfucking adult life ever. I still was taking flights going all across the country. You know what I'm saying? In resorts and shit. Okay. So at my lowest, I outdid 99% damn near 100%, 100% of the entire fucking black sector, beef sector, Mo 3 sector. Okay? 100% outdid niggas at 300 pounds plus. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. Every diabolical thing that you could say about me, or you ever wanted to, they would ever want lie on me and said, I still was going up and down the East Coast, still going to restaurants and shit, places that these niggas would never see. You know what I'm saying? Still dating a girl that these niggas have admitted they are masturbating to. Okay? You know? So it is masturbating to their pictures and shit, coveting the pictures and shit. So what you gotta understand is, at Octavius' lowest estate, I was still like on God level compared to their real life, compared to them at their best, compared to them in the midst of their prime. You know what I mean? My lowest is something for them to glorify and to try to replicate and emulate. You feel me? And that season for me is over. So for the mental health people that are stalking, and then what we see is like, one thing about it is like, in the street sector, we had a lot of trolls over there. And we have a lot of people telling me and Kiki that we were overweight, fat, this, that, this fat ass nigga, broke ass nigga, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? That nigga had food stamps once upon a time and all that. We found out niggas begging for food stamps. We found out there's food stamp scams going on. People talking about they're broke, their children hungry and shit. You know, getting on the back end with single mothers, getting donations and shit, getting niggas getting food stamps pawned off to them and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, a few niggas done got caught up in food stamp schemes. Then these trolls, when they come behind the black screen, we have camera slips and shit. Motherfucker look like the ghost of Christmas past and shit, looking like the devil's rejects child or something. Just look, just horrible. A bunch of misshapen, ugly, the faces don't look, Down syndrome having ass faces and shit. You know what I'm saying? One chick, when her picture came out here, and she looks like the sad face emoji. I swear to God, like her face look like the sad face emoji. You know what I'm saying? Big, wide, stank. You're not even wearing thrift store clothes, just looking like they done went to some goddamn African swap meet in Kenya and got some shit from the bottom of the fucking pile. You know what I'm saying? And just put on just clothing over their fucking disgusting ass body. You know what I'm saying? Bitch look like she done put on a whole parachute and it's tight on her. You feel what I'm saying? That's how big big and misshapen and ugly these people were. And they're making me and Kiki feel like, damn, we're like the ugliest people, or we're like the fattest people. Well, they didn't make us feel like that, but it was just like, damn, when these niggas starts coming behind the camera, or we start seeing motherfuckers that was talking all that shit, big as fuck, underweight, you know what I'm saying? Looking like demons, witches, warlocks, all kinds of shit. It was just like, damn. And I'm like, damn, I'm the most handsome nigga around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Most handsome nigga around this motherfucker. While I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? I'm the most normal looking nigga to cam up. You feel me? So it's like perspective in things. Like, I just tell a lot of people, man, anybody you feeling like people are surrounding you, making you feel bad, making you feel like, oh, like, you know, make you feel isolated, like you're the only one that is like, you know, like, oh man, anybody that's going out their motherfucking way, you know what I'm saying? Like Majna is going out her motherfucking way to talk about Kiki's sex life. You know what I mean? When there's allegations on her busting open coochie for survival. You know what I'm saying? That's allegations of her doing escorting and shit. You know what I'm saying? People are saying they're putting shit on you that you're selling pussy to survive. You know what I mean? Not dealing with people and affairs or whatever the fuck or whatever it is. No, nigga, your shit is different. You know what I mean? And it's just like, really, do I give a fuck about who Majane ever fucked? No, I don't care. You know why? Because I don't want to date the bitch. I don't find her attractive. You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? Not at all. I'm not interested in her sex life or who she dates because that means that I'm somewhat invested. Like, it shows that she has some kind of crush thing going on for me, obviously, because she's making up these fantasies. Y'all go to any one of my lives. I ain't take nothing down when it concerns Majane or her mom or whatever. I've taken no live down. You cannot find one thing where I even said I want to be with this lady sexually in any way or even alluded to that, right? But this lady went live and she put all these sexual things out there, and all of a sudden my ex-girlfriend was low-key being attacked for her fertility, her age shaming, you know what I'm saying, body shaming, things like that. It shows like it's giving jealousy. It's giving like maybe you went over there and seen like what Octavius like, and then you realize that your body dysmorphia, having ass, you felt like you couldn't measure up, and the jealousy just shot all over your body. You know, you just had another anxiety attack. It just went live talking all that disgusting sex shit about people that don't want you. You know what I'm saying? They talk about people's sex life, relationship life, and things like that. Like, are you trying to date Kiki? Or are you trying to date me? Or what are you trying to do? What is your goal in talking about my relationships? Especially an ex relationship. You know what I mean? An ex relationship that I'm no longer in. You know, do I talk to her from time to time? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? We cool and everything like that. But we ain't together, baby. We ain't together. So how did that even happen? You know? Things that make you go, You know what I mean? Things that make you go, Right? So it's just what it is. So like, I just want to encourage everybody to like live their best life. For all y'all great content creators, and for y'all people that are dealing with hating ass niggas on the job, you know you have a good heart, and you wouldn't really be here fucking with me if you didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go live, I try to put my best foot forward for my supporters. I mind the business that pays me. I mind the people that love me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're showing me love, I definitely would show it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm truly like, you ever watch the movie Schindler's List, where he saved all those Jews and stuff? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, if I would have sold this, I could have got one more person or whatever. And sometimes I'm like, did I do enough to show the love to my crowd, to my people? You know what I'm saying? Did I do enough? You know what I'm saying? Have I done enough? The other day I did that live on Roz. I was tired as shit. I had walked 10 miles. I was busy. I got up at like 6 o'clock, you know, worked out, all that shit, went shopping, everything. I was tired as fuck. And I'm like, damn, I'm hoping I stuttered a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm tired. And I said I should have waited till the next day. But at the end of the day, I still want to give my best that I could give at the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to give my best. And that's the vibration that I'm on. And so anybody that's really rocking with me heavy, you know what I mean? They are feeling that vibration. And those are the people that I want. And I want you to we always trying to think about the people that don't like us. Let's appreciate the people that love us, that like us. You know what I'm saying? For you content creators, go through and like your comments, talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Give them a like. That people are telling you they love your content, things like that. Just don't like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, leave them on red, whatever. and then like, oh, nigga hating on me on here. You know what I'm saying? No, like you got people that are supporting. You got thousands of people sometimes that are supporting us, and we're worried about one raggedy ass, insignificant fuck nigga hater. You know what I'm saying? Fuck niggas and fuck nigga bitches. You know what I'm saying? They don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Hating ass niggas don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keep it real with you. They don't fucking matter. You know what I mean? My haters can go live tomorrow with 1,000 motherfuckers in the chat, and they have done so. Like when Fifi pulled that bullshit with that damn private, I guess trying to like do whatever she was trying to, that doxing she did. 1,800 people in the chat. Majority of them were bots though, but let's say if they all were real, right? Say all of them are real, right? And I seen the people that was over there, like, you know, some weird people from the B sector that I don't fuck with and don't give no fucks about. You know what I'm saying? That were all in that chat. They was having a whole plantation rally and party. You know what I was busy doing? I ain't give no fuck about that shit. I ain't give a fuck about 1,800 people in that chat. You know what I was doing? I was striking the fuck out that goddamn page. Shut that shit down, and that bitch lost her motherfucking monetization. Mission complete. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And when I did that, that's how 74 found me, and a lot of people from the Latrice Allen sector found me. I didn't know she had Cynthia Carver, Try Me Now. I know she had Brenda Badass over there. I did see that. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot of people from the Latrice Allen sector shit posted all up over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? All these weird ass videos, but and even the Mo3 sector, you know what I'm saying, had you know, SD. It was a lot of women from the, I think was Donna Goins. I think it was Donna Goins' ex-girlfriend Eve or whatever. A lot of these people were put up there. They didn't know how to handle the shit, so I came along and I shut that shit down. And I said, hey, anybody got that shit over there with that any doxing information, we was gonna ransack that fucking page. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna link up with any fucking body. You know what I'm saying? To be an authorized representative to take that fucking page down. And because the weird motherfucker used a image of my deceased father, you know what I'm saying? YouTube, they low key have a rule when you do that shit, they basically demonetize your channel on site. And that's what happened. So she hid that page. You know what I'm saying? She hid that page. And basically the page is nothing but a fucking doc. All the videos are doxing videos with niggas' first, middle, and last names and criminal records and all that shit. How videotaping of Google Maps to people's houses, all kinds of weird ass shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? The thing about it is, I got doxed before. Niggas have done that shit to me before. You know, fuck like a bunch of 1,800 fuck niggas were in the chat. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? And there was no pressure. We've been here, done that. And let's go ahead and give this a whole bunch of privacy strikes. And that was probably the most attended live stream she ever did on the internet. You know, with 1,800 people live in that chat based off of me alone. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is like, okay, it shows how so many people that are hurt, so many low self-esteem, anxiety, riddling filled fuck niggas and motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying, that have hatred for me when I never violated not one of the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I never pull up to their house, and neither do I give a fuck where they live. And that's the problem. I don't care about it. And that's why they're mad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, it's, you know, some head sissy from the beef sector, I guess, shared it over there, you know what I mean? And, you know, this sissy and this bull dagger, you know what I'm saying, was sharing it out or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And they, you know, yeah, they filled it up over there, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you, I didn't give no fucks. Let's strike this fucking video, you know what I'm saying? And because I knew the nigga, I said the nigga gonna leave that live up, and that's what I needed. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. And I went through that motherfucker, and I hit that one video with at least 60 privacy complaints. You feel me? 60 for privacy complaints. And then she did another live, and I did hit it with another like 30 privacy complaints. You know what I'm saying? And next thing that channel was fucking demonetized. It was basically obsolete, fucked up, foobar. You know what I mean? Bam. It was out of, you know what I'm saying? It basically was like, okay, she hid that shit. She had to hide it. I don't know. She could have lost it too. I don't know. She could have lost it because I hit it with a copyright strike as well. So she could have lost the channel. She didn't do a counterclaim on the copyright strike either. So she could have lost the channel. They have ways of like appealing and coming back. You know what I'm saying? They do. But the monetization was gone. But the lesson behind that, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know what I'm saying, keep your composure. Love those who love you. You know what I'm saying? And pray for those who despitefully use you because they're mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? They're mentally ill. They're fragile. You know what I mean? Poor thing. People out here reaching towards Satan and voodoo. You know what I'm saying? And all kinds of shit. Selling their soul. You know what I'm saying? Sacrificing children and shit. You know what I'm saying? All to get Octavius Prime to feel a little bit down. You know what I'm saying? Poor things. So, you know, that's all I got to say to y'all this morning. And I'll be going live over here from time to time to just like talk to y'all on a more intimate level. And this is StreamYard, so let me see. I haven't looked at the chat in a while because I've just been in the zone. And that's what I like about this. And I want to give a shout out to the supporters. The YouTube chat was pretty nice, and so I was able to get this headset that's of high quality so I can do these type of streams. What's going on, Tasha? Loving Life. Hassan, what's going on? Dimples, what's going on? And Queen Mary Kent. You know, I appreciate you too, Dimples. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on you to go live again. You was handing their ass too now. Yeah, I'm saying who else there? Gene, what's going on, Gene? And what's 74? Charlene, King Timothy, Simply Red, DJ. And I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. And I appreciate all of y'all. And I just want y'all to stay encouraged. And, you know, trust me, Tabby, enough. Y'all have a great night. I love y'all. I really mean that. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And we'll be back another day over here from time to time. So this is like one of the secret hideouts I have over here. But it ain't so secret no more because y'all found me. But I love it anyway. Let me say can we get some more likes, y'all? If anybody want the link, let me know if you want to come up. Because I'll start dropping the link over here. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop the link now. And I was just about to go, but since I have people, if they want to come hit the link, they can. The main channel, I don't use StreamYard as much, so I like to cam up on OBS. And sometimes it's a lot more difficult to do the StreamYard with the OBS as a portal. That's why some people just do phone numbers and call in. I have a Google phone as well, so I can actually do phone calls. And I might start doing that. I might start doing the phone call thing. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody want to hit the link, we'll stay here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play some music for y'all. Matter of fact, that live that I did where everybody's asking about that song that everybody liked, the one that I played on the Darth Vader. I don't know if y'all, a lot of y'all females, so you're women, a lot of y'all didn't catch that. But Darth Vader is from Star Wars and he's on a breathing machine. So that's why I had Roz as
Dark Vader, a evil motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, on that goddamn breathing machine, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With her eyes yellow, because she's an evil motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Evil dark lord of the Sith. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. So the name of that song, that was Many Men. That was Many Men. This song right here, you can find it on. You can find this on YouTube. 50 Cent, Many Men, 1950s Gangsta Soul. That's the one that everybody was looking for. And this one, this is the one I played the other day. This is the one, All Eyes on Me with Tupac. This is AI generated, you know. So what people are doing, they're taking the lyrics and they're going back remixing that. They're going back remixing old ass songs like this, and they even got one with "Hit 'Em Up." Let me see anything else they got. So let's try this one right here. If anybody want to hit the link, anybody want to hit the link, we'll wait it out for a little bit. If you want to hit the link, go ahead and hit that link.
1, 2, 3, into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back on up, cause you know we're about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Two low-down niggas, so we crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fade it. Yeah. But back to the liquor at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand. From a young G's perspective, and before me dig out a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning a man and learning a man, and at the same time burning man. Now, you know I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burnt while I'm up in it. Yeah. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I'll take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's
The thing about it, you can actually go to these websites and make your own music that'll sound just like that. So I'm gonna actually start doing it myself. I'm gonna go ahead and find like a website, go to the little website, and it don't cost nothing. Matter of fact, I can produce one of those on my computer right now. But the main thing is like going to Chat GPT, getting the lyrics, you know what I'm saying, something that you would know whatever hit. And like if you want to do your own intro, you could do it. You know, you could put it on YouTube, got your own music intro. And what I will tell y'all, do not, as content creators, do not rely on nobody to produce a AI video for you. There's been a controversy in the street sector where they're saying that somebody struck or did whatever. I don't know. I don't know the full details of it. I ain't blaming nobody. But the main thing is a lot of people, when they fall out, they have fallouts and shit. Niggas say that's my video. I did intro, and people trying to do all kind of copyright strikes. So these websites where you can get that done are all over the place. They're cheap as hell, and you can make your own AI generated 1970s, 1980s, 50s soul music, R&B, blues music on your own as your intro, and it's your shit, is your copyrighted material. Okay, it's your music. Okay, it's your music for your intro for your channel or whatever, however you want to make it. You can have it, the person sound like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, whatever. You know what I mean? If you want classical music, you could do that shit. You know, but make sure that you go and open your account and do that on your own, and go to Chat GPT or AI. You know what I'm saying? Say I want lyrics to Dimples or 74 or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Or LGI. You know what I'm saying? as an intro, you can do it on your cell phone. And within clicks, a few clicks and views, the AI generates something like, say, 1970 funk music, whatever, and it'll make a whole intro for you as the lyrics. Then you take the lyrics, go to the website where they make the music, pay like $5, $10, drop that shit in there. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics in whatever style of music you want. You know what I'm saying? It'll produce and it'll sound just like what I just played. You feel me?
Like this and like that and like this and Dre, creep to the mic like a phantom. Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping.
So, like what y'all heard with that 50 Cent shit, that, like, I have to admit, it really sounds very, very good. Like it, and this is AI total. This is total AI. Total AI.
Yeah. Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't.
What's going on, man?
What up, Octavius?
What's going on?
Salute. How you doing?
Hold up. I'm doing good. What's good?
No, I was about to go out, and and I know you about to shut down, so let me go hit Octavius' panel because I've never been here. I think it's my first time or second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on my channel before, on the main channel. I don't know. No, you never been over here, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't think I never been on the panel, but yeah, I just came up here to say I like the way you do your shows in the background that you have sometimes. That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but do you still use the old ones when they move around or no?
Oh, this is a StreamYard. This is like, okay, for example, this is my bedroom computer that I'm on. So I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So it gives me a chance to chill. And when I started my channel, if you were to go back, these lives would be just like this. It wouldn't be like the ones that you see now. They'd be like more intimate and relaxed. You know what I mean? Because I come from the blog talk, and I used to enjoy blog talks a long time ago, from like 2009, 2009. I used to enjoy the blog talks.
Mm-hmm.
And like over here, I try to get that blog talk vibe that I experienced, you know what I'm saying, in the conscious community a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it works really well because I was addicted to listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like a blog talk podcast. And what you can't do is have a bad microphone doing that. That's one thing, because people like the voice. And when it's late night, especially, people want to hear, they want a certain tone. They don't want all that rah-rah. Like, they want to, like, listen, but they don't want it to too rah-rah that's going to, like, wake them up. Like, they're chilling.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Damn. But are you going to be at the Purge on Halloween or no?
Nah. Nah. I ain't going. You talking about with the Ant?
Yeah, the
Auntie?
Ant. Yeah, he's doing a 24-hour.
Okay. Oh, I think it's somebody else trying to call up. Make sure.
Dun.
What's good? We got a new person here.
What's up? How you doing, man?
Yeah, who this?
You're mine.
Yeah, mine from where?
I'm not from no sector. I'm just a listener. I just be in the bushes checking y'all out.
No, okay. Where you come from, though?
I was going to ask you, I know you from the conscious community, about how much did you deal with the Israelites?
A lot, actually.
So I know the Israelites not a sector, but that's from
No, the
that's from
Israelites have a sector. They actually have a sector.
yeah, they got a sector, but like I'm from like that belief. I think I was
Yeah, they
I
yeah they actually have like I was affiliated with them as well. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in the conscious community, and like I have a Israelite perspective on the Bible, but am I like a practicing Israelite in a group and all that stuff? No, I'm not.
see I was like in the belief, before the YouTube sectors popped off big. So I'm not really in that anymore. I was when I first came in, but I'm not in that like that no more. I just be chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they actually have a whole sector. Like they have debates and everything over there.
Yeah. I know like the IS, UPK and stuff like that and all that. But I was like in the belief before all that. But yeah, I've been there for a while. I just know you say you was part of the conscious community. I just wonder if you ever knew about the Israelites.
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, I've been listening to you for a while. I just want to say what's up to you, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Salute,
Yeah,
salute.
they actually they have a like matter of fact, we know Rob Rack.
Yeah, I heard of 'em.
Okay, well, yeah, some of them they get ratchet on here, but there's a whole community of Israelites and Rob Rack. Rob Rack was part of that, but I guess he defected or whatever. But there's a whole community of Israelites and conscious people that they surround themselves around. They're over there with Sinetter to a certain degree, but they're not connected to Sinetter. They got their own thing going. So it's like they and I'll be over there as well. I'll be over there. I haven't been over there in a minute. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen them go live. I haven't seen a lot of them go live. I think they may have lost their pages. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was big in that like back in like 2014, 2015, 16 when it was like really big. But since then I haven't been in those sectors that much as much.
Right. So
Yeah.
how did you find my channel?
I guess through the street sector. I was following Marcus and then
Okay.
all the other stuff that I love our people, black folks, and like hearing the stories. But so I was following this channel. I followed a couple other people that interview like people on the streets because there's majority of our people. And then I ran across all the crap that came with it. So I was
Yeah.
there. I was there before the crap happened. But I just been a listener, man. Just been chilling, man.
So like but to find this channel, like you really had to dig. You know what I'm saying? You had to be like a real follower of mine to find this channel. So what drew you to my channel though?
I've been part of your channel. Like it wasn't hard to find. Once you get involved with the so-called street sector.
You know what I'm saying? What drew you to my content? That's what I want to know.
But Drew,
No, be honest. Don't laugh. I don't want you yeah, you can laugh. I'm saying I want you to be honest. You can keep me raw. This is like we could talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? What drew you over here? Like Drew, what brought you over here? You know what I'm saying?
well, I would just say that how you cast down certain demons, I find it kind of entertaining. Because there's a couple of demons that are out here.
You said me casting down demons or what you talking about? Like,
and casting down this, exposing demonic energy.
Well, yeah. It's kind of like I'm a spiritual man. I'm very spiritual, and my assignment, I believe, is to beat the devil's ass. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I enjoy doing it. To be honest, like You know, like I was telling the people about Michael. You know what I'm saying, in the Bible. Like I say, he didn't give the devil a railing accusation, but he said what the Lord. What he said, what since you're Israelite.
Toward a Jude.
Yeah. What did Michael say to the devil?
That he won't say a word or he won't.
He didn't. He didn't give a railing
Yeah,
accusation. He
as
said
really
the Lord.
accusation. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He said.
That one.
He said no. Jude was describing the fact that he wasn't given a railing accusation. I mean, he wasn't roasting him. He wasn't nothing. Michael said, "The Lord rebuke thee." That's it. Why he cast Satan out of heaven. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it talks about the war in heaven in the book of Jude.
Yeah.
So now you run around saying that you're Israelite now. You gotta know you gotta know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know I knew it was in Jude, but I haven't read Jude in a while. But I know that Archangel Michael is the toughest of them all, and he is going to cast
Right,
down Satan. So yeah, but
right.
yeah, Jude, I deal a lot with like the book of Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Isaiah. But yeah, I know what you talk about in Jude. I haven't read it in a while though.
Well, I would say the thing about it, if you are interested in the Bible and while you at work, you can put an earpiece in your ear and you can listen to the Bible while you're working. And you can go through all 66 books or 80 books if you want to believe in the Apocrypha. You could go through the original King James Version Bible, by ear while you're working, get yourself more familiar with it. But the thing about it, when you present yourself as a spiritual man, you must know when somebody just say something like that about the book of Jude, that is elementary. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to come out here being ill prepared, because it makes it look like, you'd like, there's something cool that you heard about online that you want to be a part of and that you really may not be a part of. Get what I'm saying?
But I hear what you're saying, but yeah, one verse out the
Yeah.
book of Jude that I read, years ago, doesn't, minimize my belief or how I am as a person on my walk. I've been in this thing for over 10 years and keeping feast days, actually keep the feast days, keep the Sabbaths and all that. So I'm living my life as it. I don't, I read it, but I also live it. And I've been living it and I teach my family to live it as well.
But
So
also you're supposed to be a witness. You're supposed to be a witness to the scriptures.
I will admit
Are you a Messianic Israelite or non-Messianic?
I'm Messianic.
Okay, so that means that you're supposed to be you're supposed to be knowing the New Testament scriptures as well, and because of that, you need to get yourself familiar with that because you're presenting as an Israelite.
And you're basing this off one scripture out of the book of Jude.
The book of Jude is all about that. Basically, the fall of Satan, the casting down. It's only one chapter.
But didn't I quote it to you? I mean,
Yeah,
like, what are you
no,
doing?
I'm not shading you. I'm not saying. I'm saying the thing about it. That book is all about the war in heaven. Basically, it's a prelude to the book of Revelations, and so that ties into
Yeah.
what Revelations chapter 12, right? Whether I think Hassan, her son may be a Muslim, so shout out to her son. But you know what I mean? I'm just talking about, well, I could talk about the Quran too, you know what I mean, if you wanted to. But
So you kind of seem like you just sum me up of one scripture out the book of Jude, and not listen to anything else I'm saying.
no, I mean
Yeah.
the thing about it, all right. So the thing about it, like um when you came up here, you presented yourself as an Israelite, right? And I was talking about a whole nother subject. You know what I mean? So I entertained the Israel thing because that's what you brought to me. And so we start talking about the Bible, right? And the thing about it is that book is basically the highlight of that book is about the devil and Archangel Michael in that book, which is one chapter. I asked you about it. I'm saying when you go outside, nobody shame you because nobody see you, nobody really know you like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you go outside and you get to talking to people saying I'm an Israelite and they having a conversation with you about the Bible, and you presenting that you have this certain Afrocentric belief system in the Bible, and you want to convince Christians, you know what I'm saying, that that they believe in the same Bible, but they may not have the understanding that they feel that Jesus is black or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or a black man, or with they're the original Jews. So when you are not as versed in that, certain things that a average Christian would know, that's when they're gonna start attacking you and saying that, hey, what are you talking about? You don't know this in the Bible. They're gonna start ripping you apart. You get what I'm saying? So you got to study to show thyself approved. You know what I mean? And that's
But
all I'm saying.
you basing all this off one scripture.
That's a whole chapter. That's a whole book. That's one chapter in the Bible.
And there's a lot of other chapters and a lot of other scriptures. I mean, the scripture, I knew of it. What are you talking about? I knew of that scripture. I haven't read it in like the last, 2 or 3 months, but I know the Bible. I live it. I told you that me and my family
No, I
live
mean,
this lifestyle.
you may live it. You may live it. What I'm saying, but you getting on here. I got 100 people in the chat. You're saying that you're an Israelite, but you didn't know what Michael said in that book. It's only one chapter. And what I'm
I,
saying to you is, if you go out and tell people that you're an Israelite and you don't know something that simple, and I'm just being honest with you, and I'm not. I'm showing you some
hey,
love.
bro, didn't I tell you what he said? I just didn't quote it verbatim. I'm
You
not a
said a real
walking.
accusation. You said a real accusation. No, that's not what he said. We could go back and rewind it. You could go and see. I'm not lying. You can go back. You said he said real accusation. I said that part. I was saying he said the Jew was saying basically he did not give a real accusation, but he did what? And then you repeated a real accusation. I said that's not what he said. He said
I
the Lord
mean,
rebuked thee.
all right. So one scripture, you got this whole opinion on how I am. It's just, I mean, I was trying to like build with you, but you kind of like destroying the build with some. I don't know what
No,
you trying to do.
my thing is you're coming to the channel, and I'm not, don't, like, you're not embarrassed because nobody knows you
I
like that.
mean, I could probably post some scriptures that you don't know about. I mean, it's like I was just trying to like be like, what's up, bro? But you with some other stuff. The Book of Jude, okay. I haven't read it in some months, but I am familiar with the scripture. I mean, you based my walk off one scripture of the Book of Jude. I mean, I just don't. I was kind of coming through some brotherly love. This kind of
No, I mean,
turning off.
I don't. Well, I mean, if you don't feel like it's brotherly love because you didn't know the main high event of that whole chapter as an Israelite, and you gonna go out there and say that you're an Israelite, and then a Christian, a person that believes in white Jesus and white supremacy comes up, that you have a conversation with, and you don't know simple things that's in the New Testament as a Messianic Israelite, you're going to fail the mission. I'm saying you need to sharpen up on your skills.
Okay.
I'm not over there acting like I'm a practicing Israelite over in the Israelite sector as much. But what I would say is, the thing is, if I was over there, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that if I'm presenting like that, right, I would pretty much be sharpened up on my skills. You know what I'm saying? Because you came up presenting, I'm an Israelite. You didn't say, you have an Israelite name. You know what I'm
Like
saying? So
that's not.
when you're not prepared and someone's talking to you, someone's want to talk to you, then you could probably say, okay, enlighten a person that there are facts behind historical facts that black people may be the historical Israelites from the Bible. But if you don't know, if you are not on basic levels with that type of information, and a Christian that went to Sunday school know more than
I mean,
you,
like,
yeah.
dude, come on, man. You probably read that scripture today. It's probably fresh in your mind.
No, I
I told
didn't.
you, I haven't read it in some months, man. I mean, you making this whole argument that, oh, I'm not sharp or whatever. I'm not a real Israelite because I don't
I'm
remember
not
the
saying
one
you're not an
scripture.
Israelite. I'm not saying you're
I
not
mean,
an
it's like,
Israelite.
though you
Uh,
tripping, man. I mean, why one scripture? Why I come out at you, you immediately want to test me, try to test me. I mean, I told you I've
but
been
you
in this
came
thing
you
for over.
came up here. You came as Yahoo. You came up as Yahoo the Israelite.
Man, don't you know that I've been living this life for over 10 years? I raised my kids in this. We keep the feast days. Do you keep the feast days? No. Do you keep the
How do
Sabbath?
you know
No.
that?
Do
I don't
you?
keep this. Okay, right. So
Do
sometimes
you?
I do. Sometimes I don't.
Well, I keep them all the time.
Well, I'm
So
not presenting as an Israelite, am I?
well, it doesn't matter. But you up here trying to accuse me of not being, I mean, that's
I didn't
crazy,
say
man.
that you're not. Hold up. I didn't stay
Man,
out
you
your
tripping,
feelings. I
dude.
didn't.
You tripping. You tripping. I don't care, man. Man, up until now, I thought you was cool.
Oh,
You come at me
you and your
bothered.
feelings. You and your feelings.
Yeah, I should be because you tripping. I
Why
mean,
would you? You're a man.
yeah, I'm a
You're a
man.
man
I
and you're
am.
behind a black. You're you're a man and you're behind a black screen, and I'm
What that
telling
mean?
you that you're presenting as an Israelite, and how you're presenting is dysfunctional.
Okay. Based on
So
something you don't. You don't even practice the faith. You
no
don't even
one
practice the
knows who
faith.
you
So
are.
it doesn't
No
matter
one
who I
knows who
am.
you
I'm a
are.
brother. I'm a brother. It doesn't matter who I am.
Okay, but you came on my channel presenting as something that you are not showing that you can show and prove that you are.
And based on one scripture, okay. On your standards, I got you. Well,
How are you gonna claim that you're a Messianic Israelite and the whole thing about the whole thing about being an Israelite is basically about the end times.
I mean, I could have pulled the scripture. I mean, I'm not a walking concordance.
That ties into that the book of Jude is a prelude to the book of Revelations. And if you don't know about the war in heaven, and we're supposed to be 144,000 to fight with what we was called Yeshaya, you know, so Yahweh by Yeshua, Yahweh Shah, or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that, you know what I'm saying? You don't know that part about the war in heaven. How can you call yourself a Messianic Israelite?
Who said I didn't know all that?
You didn't.
The what? The 144,000? Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Yasharallah. You,
Okay, elementary.
well, you quoted a scripture that I haven't read in months.
You quoting what I already said. Okay, you said Yashra Allah. Okay, that means Israel in Hebrew. Okay, so um, but you're quoting about the 144,000 that I just quoted about that. But what I'm saying is about the end times. If that would be something that you would already be astute with, especially in Israelite culture, Afrocentric Israelite culture. What I'm saying, what you're presenting, brother, is dysfunctional. You need to get up. You need to study more. Because I'm not. I'm. My thing is, if I was more studied and stuff like that, I might be over there being Mr. Holy Man and presenting myself as Octavius or, you know what I'm saying, Nehemiah ben Israel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I might be presenting myself like that, and the Israelite, and walk around saying I'm an Israelite on social media, hitting links talking about it. But upon that, I would have to say, well, at least let me grab my Bible. I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have your Bible with you and go through that Bible. And then, okay, let's go to the book of Jude and see exactly what you said, what chapter and verse. You didn't do none of that. Now I actually got rebuked by Sinetta 5 years ago. I thought he was a Sinetta who was a devil. Rebuked me because I didn't know everything I was talking about at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's reasonable when you get on social media and you're presenting like that in front of 100 people and you're failing.
I wasn't coming up here to do no debate. I was up there
I didn't
smother
no, I
stuff.
didn't say that. I didn't say that we were debating.
I mean, I was
I didn't
like, I
say
was
that we
never,
you're. But I'm saying I don't
I
know.
was
I don't.
never, I was never going to get into that. I was going to talk to you as just as a regular brother. But you started questioning me about where you from and all that, and I told you. I mean, I wasn't prepared. I mean, I wasn't prepared to get into the Israelite debate about the Book of Jude. Come on, man. If I
It
knew
wasn't
that,
a
then I would
debate.
have been. Yeah, I would have been I mean, I would you like you're debating. I'm just trying. I came up to you as a brother. I mean, I wasn't even gonna say anything
You
about
came
Israel.
up here as an Israelite brother.
Well, that's what I am. That's what I believe. But I came up here on something else. I was coming just to say what's up to you.
Okay, well, you coming up here as Yahoo.
But I'm just saying what's up. I'm still a brother.
Yeah, I
Am I,
feel you. I feel
am I
you, and
not your brother?
I'm actually showing you brotherly love.
And I get it, but yeah, like you can't
You know,
base.
the whole thing is like if like I rebuked you, right? I actually gave you open rebuke, right?
Oh,
And
I
what did the
take it.
scripture says? Okay, then what the scripture says about that?
Because you open rebuke. You got to open rebuke so others will fear. But you know, if I knew that I was coming up for that, then I've been prepared. But I was just coming out as a brother,
If I
like a
rebuke
regular
a
brother.
wise, if I rebuke a wise man, what happens?
If you rebuke a wise man, he will listen, and then and the foolish don't. They don't listen.
Okay. It's in the scriptures. If you rebuke a wise man, he will love thee. If you rebuke a fool, he will hate thee.
It's
Okay,
a
so you don't
proverb.
even you. Okay, so that's scripture. That's the Bible. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you, brother.
All right, I get you, but you know, all this
You know what I'm saying? But
energy,
I'm saying we going with basic stuff that you
bro,
should
bro, bro,
know.
bro.
Yeah,
I didn't listen. I didn't come up for this
but
energy, bro.
you're getting upset about me saying that you're ill prepared to run around and
I'm
say
not
that
getting
you're
upset.
Israelite. But
I'm not
I'm
getting
saying that
upset.
you're ill prepared. Listen, you're
This
ill
stuff, I
prepared,
remember. I
brother,
remember when I, man,
brother,
I'm trying to tell you.
brother. Listen, listen.
Listen to me. Hold on, hold
You're
on.
ill
Let me,
prepared. I'm telling
okay.
you, you're ill prepared to get on social media and present yourself as an Israelite if you can't even know that proverb all by itself. Rebuke a wise man, he will love thee. Rebuke a fool, he will hate thee. Okay? You was ready to get off my panel and leave because I was just telling you, hey, you need to sharpen up on your skills because seeing like you really ain't really like reading and understanding what you're talking about. So you could tell me anything about you keeping feast days and Sabbaths and everything like that, but you don't even know what's in the Bible.
Okay. Now, unless
You
you
feel what
think
I'm saying?
you can think all that about me. Okay, that's fine. You don't know
No,
me for
I ain't
ten
think
points.
all that. I ain't think all that. I saw all that. We just heard that you're ignorant of what's in that book, and that's a disservice to people that really believe.
I mean, okay. I mean, you tripping, dude.
I get it. So I'm gonna ask you. I'm a shout out to you, bro. You know what I mean, bro? If you rebuke a wise man, he'll love you. If you rebuke a fool, he'll hate you.
I love you anyway, though.
All right. I love to see you come back again, brother.
All right,
And
but damn, I
you gonna
wasn't come
show.
up. I
No,
wasn't at
I
all.
love.
I
Nah,
know that.
I'm about to close the show anyway, but I'm saying
Let
I'd love to see you come back again.
let me just
And,
say
and
this.
next time I talk to you, you better sharpen. Next time I talk, just have a more better understanding. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna present yourself as Yahoo, the Israelite brother that's been in the thing for years.
No, let me end with this. You know, I didn't come up here for this, but I know you took it there. I came to holler at you like a brother. So I know you're not, I know you're not no um confessing Israelite. So I came up to you in a different, different light as a bro. But I didn't come up here to be in a debate of the scriptures. You know, that's what I used to do. I don't do that no more. I found it unprofitable because I got into a lot of, there's a lot of bull crap that's done with the non-Messianic community. I went through a lot of debates with them. I mean, I just don't like debating. I'm just a believer. I live the life. I don't want to be on that debate stuff, you know. But I came up here to show you love, but you took it somewhere different. Don't appreciate that, but I ain't got no hard feelings to you, bro.
All right, bro.
That's all love, man.
All right. Yeah. So, shout out to everybody that came through. You know, man. I hope y'all took some lessons from that interaction. You know, rebuke a wise man, he'll love you. Rebuke a fool, he will hate you. Okay. So let's get up out of here. I appreciate everybody coming through. Sorry for keeping y'all up this late. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We up out of here. Peace.